Today I want us to center our attention on the words of Jesus when he says, I have come to set the earth on fire, and how I wish it were already blazing. Jesus is yearning to set the world on fire. And these words made me think about what St. Margaret Mary saw in the apparition of the Sacred Heart. She describes that when she saw the Lord, she saw that his heart was inflamed, that his heart was full of flames. So we can understand that the fire that Jesus is yearning to bring to the earth is the fire of the divine love. The fire of the love for the Father, and the fire of the love for neighbor. And Jesus wants to extend this fire. And something that's really beautiful is that the saints also experience this fire in their hearts. And I want to share with you a couple of anecdotes that may seem fantastic, but have been observed in the life of the saints that have to do with fire really burning in their hearts. It is said of the life of St. Wenceslaus, who was Duke of Bohemia, that in the dark nights and the cold nights of winter, he used to visit churches with a servant of his, and St. Wenceslaus, to do some penance, he went barefoot. And apparently, while he was walking in the winter, stepping on snow, his servant complained to St. Wenceslaus, and he said, please, let's go back to the palace. We're so cold out here. And St. Wenceslaus, who didn't experience the coldness of winter because he was so aflame, so enkindled in the fire of divine love, he told his servant, you step after me in the steps that I'm leaving in the snow, and you won't experience coldness. And it is said that the servant went behind St. Wenceslaus, stepping on the places where he stepped, and in fact didn't experience any coldness at all. It is recorded in the life of St. Francis Xavier that his heart was so much set in fire with love that many times people saw him trying to make, ventilate his heart. So they saw that I don't know if he brought his shirt down or his shirt up. I don't know the way that he did it. But there are plenty of testimonies of people seeing him needing to ventilate his heart because it was so much on fire. But perhaps the most surprising anecdote is taken from the life of St. Paul of the Cross. Many witnesses, and this is a saint from the early 19th century, he was a founder of the Passionist order. His brothers from religion said that they saw that his tunic was burned around the heart. The several of his tunics were literally burnt around his heart. And if that wasn't enough, they say that after his death, when they examined his body, they noticed that two of his ribs in the left side had been displaced, by the growing of the heart and by the intensity of the heartbeats. So I know that we can't imitate this. It's not up to us to be able to walk in the snow in the winter of Minnesota and not experiencing coldness. But what is true is that the words of the Lord can inspire us today, and the life of the saints can also inspire us to understand that the fire that He wants to enkindle is the fire of divine love and love for neighbor. So although it is not to us to do these amazing and extraordinary things, these mystical experiences of the saints, we can certainly strive to live today with a more intense love for the Lord and for neighbor. We can strive to do acts of love, more intense, more pure. It is up to us to increase the temperature of our love today for the Lord, in the things that we do, in our thoughts and our actions.